GTA Online missions, cleaning the cat house. Double A, Gamer for Life, Demented Priest. Okay, so we're chipping through these missions alphabetically as they are in the job list. Anyhow, me and Demented Priest are loading up this mission and getting to it. It's one of my favorite missions. It's a Martin mission. Um, I wish the gang was somebody different than the Lost Motorcycle Gang, but whatever. Anyhow, you're out in Sandy Shores, and the abandoned motel is basically a stronghold for the Lost Biker Gang. There's no shortage of dudes up in there to shoot, and anytime there's a lot of shooting and blowing up stuff, it's right up my alley. So anyhow, this was done before the latest update, the highlight pack, and now with the highlight pack, you're able to put armor vest in your inventory. Uh, I don't really know if it reflects on the level. Obviously, depending on what armor is available at your level. We're both some high level guys, so the super heavy duty comes available. I think it's at level 50, not really sure when it's available. But anyway, we both have 10 vests in our inventory now. So it makes doing the missions a little easier. If you get shot up, you can just put another vest on. Anyway, we roll up there, we shoot out the place, we grab this Anna chick, and then drive her back to Madrazo's house. At some point, I'm kind of like, you think Madrazo could afford a high dollar escort, not one that would be found out at Sandy Shores. But anyway, you're gonna need a four-door car to basically cruise up out of there. Unless you and your partners are driving in different cars. Anyway, you'll need a four-door car for you, your partner, and the girl. Alright, so I'm going to grab my buddy Sutton here. I'm like, if you're not coming, I'm leaving without you. Okay, I've done this mission multiple times by myself. It's something that you can totally do by yourself if you wanted to. Obviously, the more co-op help you have, the easier it is. The thing is, it's just my opinion that a lot of the missions that may be four-player missions, that they just don't seem to have enough enemies in there to really accommodate four players. You know, I'm the kind of person that thinks like if you have four people, that maybe the processing would be all right. Well, they got four co-op people in there. They got four times the amount of enemies. But sometimes when we've done mission with just the third player, we're like, man, we're already done with it, and it just doesn't seem to be like a lot of enemies to accommodate, three or four co-op people up in there. And there are some missions that require you to have four people. With the new highlight pack, there's like 2 or 3 new missions that you need to have 3 to 4 people in it. But besides that, the original list, the mission Landing Gear, requires you to have 4 people in it. And, me and my friend Demented Priest like, you got anybody online we can do this? He's like, no, everybody's busy or whatever the situation is, and we'd have to do the mission with just some random people that we don't know, and you can never tell how it's going to end. When you have 4 of your own friends in there, you can communicate, you're in your own party, you can, come up with a game plan, that kind of thing, but when you're playing with just random people that aren't communicating with you, you can never tell what exactly is going to happen. But anyway, like that mission landing gear, my buddy Demented Priest and I could do that mission totally without any other people in there. I'm like, we could go in there, shoot the place up, get in an airplane, activate the attack helicopters. He could totally take out all the attack helicopters without me even helping. I could get in another attack helicopter. We could go take them out, and then both of us could take the planes back, or I could get in the plane and start heading there, and he could take out the helicopters. We don't really need 4 people, but you know, that's just the way they gear it. Just like now, like with this mission, I could totally do this by myself, especially now that the being able to put armor on is available. So I've done this, like right now I'm going to eat some food. And you got 1 respawn, but we've already used that up. Okay, be careful using a grenade launcher or RPG up here. Sometimes these poles will block your shot and blow your ass up, so be careful about that. Okay, my buddy came up, took out the other dude. As soon as you get close to this chick, she'd be like, hi. Alright, that's going to activate the other wave of enemies up here. So don't... you could totally get in a car and deal with all these lost guys on the road, but it's much easier just to stay here and deal with them. Depending on which way they're coming at you. For some reason, the bullets don't seem to hit this chick.
Oh, Christ almighty.
So, I don't know. It's never been an issue where she's gotten hit by a bullet or anything. So it's just easier to stay here and deal with all the reinforcements until they're all gone, and then hit the road. And then it's a nice, easily drive to Madrazo's house. I love it, all this gunfire. She's just standing there, do, like, squat down behind the wall here, girl. Anyhow. Alright, so somewhere between the action, my buddy Demented Priest brings the car up. Okay, she's following you. Okay, considering we hung back and dealt with all the reinforcements, it's a nice, leisurely drive back to Madrazo's house. So, alright, so everybody in the car, and now it's John over to Madrazo's house. Okay, since we hung out and took care of all the reinforcements, it's a nice, quiet drive back. So I'm going to cut some of that footage out because it is quite a lengthy drive back to his house. And nothing happens in between now and then, so I cut some of that footage out because, like I said, nothing happens. You get up to Madrazo's house, she pops out, and you get paid. It's not a high-paying mission. I think you get more RP than money, but it's just a good mission. A lot of dudes to shoot, a lot of bikes to blow up. Okay, I am driving my co-op partner's car, and there's this thing. I don't know if it still happens, but if you end the mission while I'm in his car, it could lock up my game. So it's just something it's happened to us in the past. So now I make sure I get out of his car before I hit the mission marker. So anyway, that takes care of cleaning the cat house, and it's one of my favorite missions. If you like the videos, you can always support us by checking out the ads.